Golfers, we all want more distance, am I right? I mean, who doesn't? Well, in this video, I'm gonna go over 5 exercises that will help you do just that. Joe here from Pure Drive Physio and Performance, and in this video, like I said, I'm gonna go over 5 exercises that only involve a single band that you can do to help increase your distance off the tee. The first exercise we're going to work on is a pal-off press. This exercise will be helpful in helping you avoid or resist anti-rotation. That's gonna be helpful in translating that force from the ground. All you need is a band hooked up at about anywhere between chest and belly button height. You're going to be facing perpendicular to the attachment. You're going to pull that band out so it's in the middle of your body. Feet are about hip width apart in a nice athletic stance. And then from here, we're just going to press straight out in front of us. Now, when we press straight out in front of us, the band's going to want to pull us back this way. So the main goal here is to keep your hands in line with the middle of your body. You should feel it in throughout your core. The main really big key point of performance here is avoid allowing your hands to drift away from the middle of your body. We're going to do another advanced variation of a pal-off press. Same setup as before. We're going to get that band into the middle of our body. We're going to press it out straight in front of us, and then we're going to lift it up overhead as best as we can, and then come on back down, and then back in. Same thing here, we want to make sure that we're keeping our hands in line with the middle of our body, not only on the press, but also as we're pressing up overhead. It may also be really easy as you're pressing up overhead to kind of arch through your back, so make sure that you avoid that as well. We want to keep that nice athletic position, nice neutral spine, and then as we're pressing, we're just going up as best as we can, and then come on back in. The next drill is going to work on some upper body speed and strength, as well as some lower body stability. So we're going to get into a kind of split stance position. So one leg in front of the other. Back leg is back behind you, slightly bent. About 70 to 80% of your weight is on that front leg. The back leg is just kind of there for some balance. You want your hand on the band that's opposite the leg that's in front of you. And then we're going to also kind of twist our torso back with that band. And then as we push forward, we're going to continue to twist forward through our torso, and then let that resistance of the band pull you back. Now, we could do a couple of things here. You could start off real slow, just to get used to that motion. If you're looking for more strength, you can add some weight and continue to kind of go slow. But if we're looking for distance and for speed, we want to go fast, right? So we're here, we're going to punch out as fast as we can. Making sure that your lower body is staying as stable as possible, and that your knee is also not rotating in or out while you're doing this. If you're finding this video helpful and valuable, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button down below. And if you want more videos just like this one to improve your golf game, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. That way you'll get notified when more videos just like this come out. The next drill that we're going to do is going to work on that explosive power through the ground using our lower body. We're going to step a little bit away from the attachment to create some tension, so it's going to feel like it's pulling us back. We're going to keep this hand down by our hip, holding on to that. Then we're going to go ahead and load into our backswing like we normally would, focusing on putting most of the weight on the ball of our foot here, and then most of the weight on our heel here. So then when we explode out, just like we would in the golf swing, most of the weight is now on the ball of my foot of my trail side, and on the heel of my foot of my lead side. So we're going to go ahead and load, and then explode out. But we want to go real fast, so we want to go here and explode up, explode up, explode up. The hand doesn't change. We just keep that at the front of our trail hip, really focusing on using our legs, exploding through the ground, focusing on that footwork so that we can hit the ball as far as possible. For this last drill, we're going to set up into a tall plank position. But with one hand, we're going to grab onto the band. We're going to perform a rowing motion. So it's going to look something like this. Now when performing that drill, you want to make sure that you stay up in a high plank position, making sure that your butt is not too high up in the sky, but also not dipping down towards the floor. You also want to make sure that you're not rotating or tilting your pelvis either way. Imagine you were wearing a belt buckle and you want to keep that belt buckle facing the ground as much as you possibly can. Of course, there's going to be some natural rotation and shifting of weight from side to side, but your goal is to minimize that as much as possible. One of the other aspects that we should really focus on if we're trying to hit the ball further off of the tee is our mobility. Our mid-back and the hips provide most of the mobility in our golf swing, so if you want more drills to improve your mobility of those specific areas, make sure you check out these videos.